What's going on, everybody, and welcome back to the channel. I am back with another review video. Big shout out goes out to NAVEE for reaching out to me and asking me to review one of their upcoming electric scooters. This is the GT3 Pro model. This brand new scooter just hit the market a few days ago, and I'm going to be going over everything there is to know about the scooter. I'm going to talk about the specs. We're going to do a speed test, a brake test. I'm going to ride around and talk about the riding experience, and as an added bonus, we're going to take it on a little mini off-road trail I have over here, because I am, after all, at the world famous Vaulted Adventures testing grounds. There will be chapters down below, so feel free to skip around to whatever part is of interest to you. But first, let's get started with the specs. So what we got here is the NAVEE GT3 Pro electric scooter. It features a 400 watt, 1000 watt peak hub motor in the rear, coupled with a 48 volts, 10.2 amp hour battery. NAVEE claims that this should give you a range of up to 37 miles, depending on riding mode and riding conditions, of course. We got 10-inch tubeless tires, front and rear, coupled with a front drum brake and electronic ABS in the rear. This scooter also has a front suspension fork for a smooth ride and dual rear shocks, which are super nice. This scooter can fold, of course, for easy transportation and storage. And we also have a very nice grippy deck area. Up in the front we have a decently bright headlight, as well as turn signals on the handles. That is pretty unique. And in the rear we have an active brake light. The total weight of this scooter is 49 pounds with the max load capacity of 265 pounds. And up on the handlebars we have our on-off switch, a headlight switch, and thumb throttle. In the center we have a nice color display. And on the left side we have our front brake, our turn signals, a locking latch, and a bell. Now, as far as the price of the scooter, it is currently going for $1,099, but I will definitely have some sort of a special discount code for you guys, so make sure to check that and the link in the description. Now, just from first looks, first impressions, this thing looks like it's built very, very well. I've reviewed many scooters and I am digging the way this thing looks. I'm digging the color scheme, especially the color of these shocks back here. Very nice indeed. And the little touch for the brake cable, small things like that add up, and it's really, really nice. One feature in particular that I really, really like is having the turn signals in the handlebar. That's just a genius touch. A lot of these scooters have their turn signals right at the bottom, but in reality, if you think about it, a car is more likely to see your turning signal from this kind of height. So very small touch that's super important. I really like that. Alright, before we do our speed test, there's two things that I wanted to show you. One of them is how fast and easily you can fold the scooter and unfold it. It doesn't get more simple than this. There's a little latch over here. Hopefully you guys can see well. You pull this up, pull away, and the stem folds into place. Now there is a little latch over here. You connect that latch down here, and that's how easily you can fold it. And when you're done, you bring it back up and lock into place, and it's pretty sturdy. That just makes life super easy when transporting this thing or storing it. Really nice. Second thing I want to show you is the starting procedure. Super simple. Power button, hold it down for about 2 seconds and the scooter will turn on. You guys can probably even see the screen because it's super bright out right now, and the screen might flicker because of frame rate differences. So the scooter has 3 modes. You can access them by double clicking the power button. The first mode is a walking mode, where you can just walk alongside the scooter and move it at a really slow pace. The second mode is D, and the third mode is Sport S. We're going to test that right now. It's supposed to hit 20 miles an hour. We're going to GPS verify it. I have my GPS app open and speed zeroed out. I'll put that in my pocket just for safety reasons. And this is a kick scooter, so you have to give it a little kick before it starts going. And here we are, away. From the first the acceleration is nice. Having the kick feature is more of a safety thing. Let me close my visor. It's just so the scooter doesn't just fly off, you know, underneath your feet. Some people like it, some people don't, but this is a kick scooter, so you do have to give it that little kick to go. And let's see, scooter is showing 20. I'm just going to keep on going till the end of the road so I can give my GPS app time to catch up, because it does take some time to catch up. But here we are at the end, and oh yeah, takeoff is pretty decent on this thing once you get going. And let's stop real quick and GPS verify. Let's see. My app is showing max speed was 19.4, so not far off. And as I mentioned, this GPS app does take a little while to catch up. I don't know what it is, but on their website, I think they say the top speed is 19.9 and we hit 19.4. So I'll give the scooter the benefit of the doubt, because a lot of that has to do with rider weight, things like that. I weigh probably around 160, 165, and I'm about 5'8". So maybe someone that weighs a little bit less than me might probably be able to hit the advertised speed. So I'm good with that. And that was our speed test. Now let's turn around and try our brake test. Now for this test, it's gonna be a little bit different because this scooter has front drum brakes and in the rear it's electronic ABS. So I don't know how hard I can slam on the brake, but there's a bush coming up in 3, 2, 1. Oh, that wasn't bad at all. I thought I'll fly forward. We're looking at an estimated, I don't know, let's see, maybe 10 to 15 feet of stopping distance. And I slammed on the front brake. I was afraid of that, to be honest with you, when I first saw it, because I figured I might have a hard time doing my brake test. I like to kind of slam on the brakes. And with a scooter, hitting that front brake alone is dangerous. You can literally fly forward. But I can definitely see it easing into it, and I can feel the electronic ABS working, which is actually pretty cool. Let's give it one more shot just for science sake. And let's see, scooter is already at the top speed of 20 miles an hour. We're gonna be stopping in 3, 2, 1. Oh yeah, you can definitely feel it working. And I think we actually did about a foot better than we did last time. So that's a good sign. With brakes, they will just bed themselves in and get better with time. So that's just another thing to consider, and not bad. Around 12 feet or so of stopping distance from 20 miles an hour, and you can definitely feel that electronic ABS working, and it's a weird feeling, but you can definitely sense it. Now let's talk about the scooter itself. As I mentioned in the intro, from first impressions, the build quality is really nice. Everything feels solid. That folding mechanism feels really solid. I really like the deck itself. If I'll stop and show you, the deck is a decent size. I am size 10 and these shoes are on the large side, so I have plenty of room. And I really like how grippy it is. It's made out of this like rubbery material that's super grippy. Now let's check our turnability, which I have no doubts. It's a scooter. Oh yeah, super tight turning radius. Holy cow, you can turn on a dime with this thing. Really nice. The acceleration is nice. Me, you know, we all love speed, and obviously I wish it had more speed. It almost feels like it could have more speed. It feels like this motor has more to give than the 20 miles per hour we got, because it definitely has power. When I'm yanking on the throttle, it's like pulling me back. It's definitely, the motor definitely has a sufficient amount of power. But some people don't really care for top speed. They just want something to commute, and this is actually a great commuter. As far as the suspension goes, it is super nice. It's like perfect amount. Suspension is nice. The dual rear shocks in the back are like not too plush, not too stiff. They're right in the middle. And the front is also really, really nice. And I can feel it riding on this road. This road has a lot of cuts in it. when you ride with a scooter that does not have suspension, it's very like da 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 da. You can't feel it over here. So that's something I really like. As far as the geometry of the scooter, it is nice. You feel confident on it. I can carve with it pretty nice, get some nice angles, and everything feels solid and sturdy, especially that folding mechanism. I really like that. Now, as far as the scooter itself, it does have an app that comes with it where you can control all kinds of settings. And the scooter also has Find My once you connect it with your phone and Bluetooth. That is pretty cool and unique feature for those of us who are commuting or going to college or whatever. If this thing ever gets lost, you can find it easily through your phone. Pretty cool feature. I've never seen that before. As far as the brand itself, NAVEE is a well-known brand, and if you check out their website, you can see that they make some really good quality, high quality scooters, and attention to detail is very nice with this brand. I think they also attended one of those events, the like technology events, to drop the scooter, so that just shows that they actually care, and they're attending all kinds of events and trying to be a part of the industry, and that's really nice to see. All right, now let's test our suspension with a little off-road action over here. It rained past week, so this trail should actually have decent enough of grip. Now, this is not an off-road scooter per se. It does have suspension, so that's really nice, and I can definitely feel it working. But you may hear my voice and my helmet shaking all over the place. That's okay. We're not gonna judge it too hard on its off-road capabilities. I just want to see if it even passes this section. This trail, if you follow my channel, you know this by now, but this trail is deceiving. It won't show it on camera, but there's a lot of ups and downs. Here's our first uphill. Will it make it? Oh yeah. Oh man, that is perfect. Yeah, so the camera doesn't show it, but this trail is super bumpy. For some reason it looks very smooth on camera, but it's not. So far so good. We're chugging along and going pretty fast too. Let's test our brakes right here on this downhill. See what happens. Oh yeah, that's nice. That is super cool. Another thing that this scooter has, and I forgot to mention, is traction control, which is kind of unique. I've never seen that before. The traction control comes on automatically from the factory. If you want to turn it off, you gotta use the app to turn it off, but it just helps with minimizing tire spin, so you just don't fishtail and lose control of the scooter in wet conditions or slippery conditions, things like that. And it kind of passed our test, our off-road test. Really nice. Let's stop and assess the situation and see if anything happened. I love that sound when you slow down. The motor's like really cool. All right, let's see. Locking mechanism super solid. Yeah, look at that suspension working. Super solid. This is good. Tires are still good. Excellent. All right, now let's do final thoughts. Things I like, things I don't like. Things I like about the scooter. I really like the design and the color scheme. Small little detail, but I like it. I like the build quality. Feels amazing and rides amazing. I love those dual rear shocks. I've had a bunch of scooters where the rear shocks are too stiff. These are perfect. The front shock is like a basic shock, but it actually performed better than I anticipated, better than I thought. Really nice. I love the turn signals on the handles. What an amazing, genius touch. I've never seen that before. Absolutely great to have. So those are the things I like. Now, things I don't like, to be honest with you, I always try to find at least one thing I don't like about these things. It was difficult with this one, but I guess if I was to be a little picky, the only thing I don't like about this is the just having one brake. Yes, it does have the electronic ABS and it does work well. It's just mentally you're not used to it when you have to go and brake. Just having one that's in the front, my brain is automatically like, oh no. But it does work well here. But again, this is just me trying to find something that I don't like. And I guess another thing that I kind of don't fully like is just the top speed. I wish this thing went a little bit faster. It does 20 miles an hour. If it went a bit faster, it would have been so nice. But regardless, if you're interested in the scooter, I'll have a discount code and a link in the description. Make sure to check that out. Now, I'm pretty sure I went over everything there is to know about this scooter, but in case I missed anything, please leave a comment. I'll do my best to answer. If I was able to provide you guys with any kind of value, I'd highly appreciate it if you left a like on this video. That helps me out a lot. It's free for you. If you want to see more of these reviews, and there are plenty more coming, definitely hit that subscribe button. But I think that's pretty much it for me, guys. My name is Tom. This has been the NAVEE GT3 Pro electric scooter review. I appreciate you guys watching, and I'll catch you on the next one. Peace.